Hi, beautiful friends. It's LeahMarie, and I am coming to you this week with a pick a card reading that is focused on chakras. And so, Spirit was just saying that with the level of intensity that has been going on in the collective kind of for a while now, I know I've been feeling it. A lot of people in the collective community here have been expressing, they've been feeling intense energies, different ebbs and flows, maybe a little bit of break in that energy here and there, but that it's been pretty consistently the universe giving us healing opportunities, opportunities to go deeper into our heart, into compassion, into self love. And as such, I've been feeling like this need for recalibration of chakras. And so, if you have also been feeling like if you're not super versed with the chakras, or you're just been feeling maybe a little bit off or a little more tired than usual, or not getting as great a sleep, or the opposite, like either like not sleeping at all or sleeping a ton. I've been having like the two ends of the spectrum. It's like I either get maybe 5.5 hours, or I'm knocked out and I need like 10. And so there's just a lot of energy that I feel is flowing through the collective at this time. It is a lot of energy around ascension, of healing, of really gliding into this new way of living, breathing, engaging with life. And as such, it's causing some physical like disruption. And so with that, it's really the physical stuff can be very balanced out when we look at our energy bodies and our chakras to determine what needs to shift or change within our energy bodies to help balance the physical. So in my over 11 years now of body work and energy healing and those arts, I have really come to this place of realizing that most physical pain, most in 99% of the cases I work with, it's actually had an emotional, spiritual, or energetic component that was the root of the expression of pain. And it really is the pain that is communicating that something is out of balance in the system. And so, with that being said, as a healer, I kind of also wanted to use this reading to help give you guys some insights on how to balance out the chakra or the aspect of you that's needing to have some recalibration at this time. And feeling that one there. One more. So, the other collective message, I was pulling out some crystals for the table today and received the message that you are all the architect of your own reality. And so take that however it resonates, but the guides wanted you to know that you are the architect of your reality. And so, as such, coming into balance with your chakras will allow you to come to a space of being able to feel into what needs to change or what needs to get balanced in order for you to move forward the most smoothly and feeling good, looking good, ready to tackle anything and everything. And so I'm going to do a chakra card for each pile. And then I have these beautiful, like vintage art cards I got recently from an Etsy artist. And they are enchanted art oracle cards. So I will have all the links in the description box below, or rather the information for these. I don't know the artist. I just stumbled upon her work and thought it was really cool. I have my first passion and love and degree was in art, so a lot of these were beautiful pieces that I grew up learning about, studying, and some of them I've seen with my own eyes. Others are still on my bucket list for this life, so we'll see. So I just wanted to get a little enchanted art vibe and message of inspiration to go with each of these chakra ones. I think I'm just gonna, for the purposes of time, cut a couple times and then pull the top three for you guys. So we are gonna go into it here. So feel into your heart if you want card 1, 2, or 3. All the timestamps will be below, as well as all the ways you can get in touch with me. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. And I am going to pop over here with message number 1. So, wee, my goodness. And we're just going to fling everything around. Still getting comfortable with my new awesome little stands that I got gifted from a beautiful community member here. So we are starting out right away. And interestingly, so was all about the chakra stuff. And with this, it feels that it's a full chakra balancing and on alignment because you're actually getting the support of the angels and ascended masters. So for you guys, this is coming into play where we're seeing 33, which is also an ascended master number. So that number might be being used to help support, guide, give you confirmation. And with this, I feel that you are actually receiving upgrades on the full chakra system at this time. So if you have been feeling any energies, imbalances, or just kind of not sure, it's because your whole system is actually being rewired, rebooted, and set up to be able to channel and harness a broader and deeper vibrational perspective of the rainbow. And so what does that mean, right? So you are getting a lot of support from the angelic realm and the ascended masters at this time for the intention or with the purpose of helping you be able to channel more energy, to receive clearer insights and messages, to be able to feel like these wings would suggest that you have this divine angelic protection with you 24/7, that you have this presence with you 24/7. And this message started coming through really strong on the full moon in October, which was on 10/20. And it was a really powerful one in which the guides just were like jumping up and down, like, people need to talk to us more. They need to communicate every day with us. They need to be asking us for support and attention and guidance and love and energy to be wrapped around them, to be with them. And so this is a reiteration. So if you were on that class call and you were there and you got that, this is confirmation. For those of you that weren't, this is that message coming through that you are really supported at this time and you're very protected. So if you've been going through some deep inner work and really working to realign, change beliefs, stories, patterns, you've probably felt like an overhaul, and maybe your energy, your appetite, everything has been different. And the guides are letting you know it's because there is like this overhaul happening internally. So what you gravitated towards beforehand may not actually be what you're going to be gravitating towards moving forward. And so it's really important at this time to allow yourself to feel the support that's around you from the angels and ascended masters, and to ask them to balance and integrate the energies into all of your chakras for you. So for this pile, the active or activity that is being recommended for you is to ask for this integration upgrade to happen for you by your support team. So this doesn't necessarily, for me, it doesn't look like you needing to take a ton of action right now, or at least for the next week. Give yourself more time to rest, more baths, more naps, a little bit more stillness. If there's things that you can shift off your plate, you might want to do that if you've been busy or you've been just really feeling like a little run down. For some of you, they're really just saying let yourself be taken care of. So if you do have other physical people in your life who've offered to help take care of you, let them do that at this time. Allow them to help support your journey moving forward. I know for me, it's been really intense energies. And as I'm recording this a little bit ahead of time for you guys, because the day I'm releasing this, or the day after, I am actually heading to Mexico for the remainder of 2021. Not necessarily for full-on relaxation and vacation, but for some of the time, that because it has been a very big year of change and transformation for many of us. And it's about us honoring our soul and going where we need to be, to feel full, to feel replenished, to feel grounded. to feel protected and safe, to feel nurtured and nourished, right? So, whatever that looks like or means for you is what they're saying is going to help. So, call upon the angels and the ascended masters, ask them, what does your path of integration look like? If there is any active steps that you need to take, what are those? And if not, what is going to be the best method for you to just be in a state of receiving the integration that they want to provide at this time? And then we're going to pop over to this beautiful enchanted art card, and it says knowledge and learning empower you. So I'll bring that in so you can see this beautiful goddess energy we have coming through. And they're not all goddesses, but this one is definitely coming through with this absolutely elegant, knowledgeable wisdom, like this. I'm feeling this really strong level of your soul might be resonating with learning a new skill set or deepening a skill set, learning something that you haven't explored that your heart's kind of been wanting to, and just allowing yourself to really dive into that goddess energy, that divine feminine that has this wisdom, like we all as feminines and, men as well. So this isn't necessarily gender specific, right? This is the goddess within, because we all have feminine and masculine energy in us. So we all have that aspect of God and goddess in us. This is more of the feminine goddess, though, of knowledge and wisdom, but from a heart-centered place, from a creative, a magical, and enchanted place of awareness, of connection, of acknowledgement. And so with this card coming out in conjunction with our angel energy, it really feels powerful. I even love that she's in these more golden orangey, and we're getting that on the border of the card as well, because it's this really empowered energy for you at this time. And so whether you're ready to tap into that new knowledge or not is entirely up to you, but really beautiful medicine and magic coming through. And I am sending you all so much love and light for an absolutely amazing week and integration and expansion. So take care, Pile One. And thank you too for all your likes, shares, and subscribes. I really appreciate all of that. So we're gonna come over to pile two. And in pile two here, we have creativity. And it's funny because it seems like almost every time I use this deck, and it's been probably a few months since I've used this one, I think, that this creativity card comes out. And so with this, we're talking navel chakra, and that is all about our creativity and our creative energy. So whatever upgrades, transitions, rearrangements that are happening inside of you, I do truly feel they have to do with your creative energies, enhancing them, refining them, and allowing you to get to a place too of greater like sexual health and energy. So there is also this component of that divine feminine healing and conscious sexuality, conscious connection, and creative flow, like that creative flow that moves through all of life, all of Mother Earth. And so we're seeing too, and this is part of why I love this card, we get more of a refined side where we can see it's more of a face, and then we get this other side that's a little more abstract, right? And the inner artist in me always loves that vibe of like interpretation and how different our creative interpretations can be, even related to the same thing. So this is really important too at this time for you to tap into like, how do you want to create and how do you want to express yourself creatively? And so it feels like your navel chakra has been going through a transformation, clearing out fears, clearing out old patterns, beliefs about your success as a creator, about your value and worth as a creator, about the ways in which you are meant to articulate all of that here in the physical reality. And so as you've been going through this change, there needs to be a certain level of conscious connection and balance with the chakra at this time in order for that creative energy to blossom from you. So if you have been feeling, as I mentioned at the beginning, like more worn down or just been feeling like you've been rearranged, the guides are saying that your navel chakra is where you want to focus your energy at this time for balance. So this is going to be the key chakra for pile 2 to focus on in order to have more alignment and balance in your physical reality. So the recalibration here is being put into action for you so that you can express yourself creatively and do so freely, lovingly, and compassionately unapologetic. And I say compassionately unapologetic because what I have been running into is so many people want to express themselves freely. And when I talk about that, a lot of times people are like, well, what if someone gets hurt and this? And, they like go into these fear states of like being their true self and then having other people try to shut that down or not support it, not understand it, not believe in it, not you might create, but then not get the feedback you're hoping for, right? And so this is something that I've processed myself and with other individuals. Those of us who are here to create, like who have a passion for creating through whatever mode you feel called. I believe any like it's all fair game when it comes to the world of creation and creating content, creating images, art, writing, music, dance, just any of the things, right? Healing is an art too. It's like all that stuff applies, okay? What I see though is that oftentimes people are looking for this external validation that their creativity matters, that it's good, that it's worthwhile, that it's wanted by other people. Social media comes into play a lot with this, and if people are not seeing enough likes or enough shares or enough comments or other things, then there can sometimes be this feeling of, well, then why am I creating? If I'm not having, getting praise, why am I creating? And so if this is something that you have felt, it's time to really go into that navel chakra and connect. And are you meant to be a creator? And what is your intention for creating? Is it because you're doing it to get praise, or is it because you are doing it because your soul has something it wants to express? Okay, and this is a huge thing. I may have shared this analogy before, but it's coming through again. I had a really beautiful journey over the summer where I communed with the earth and some beautiful medicines and came to a place of understanding that some of us, especially in the creative vibe, we are meant to birth these beautiful and to let things go, because this card just doesn't want to stand up, which is also interesting. And sometimes I am bumping it. So it's like we need to let things go. And this goes into my analogy. So it's like we have these seeds like trees do, and it's really in the spring that you see it, early summer, right? And here in the Midwest, we'll see like the whole air will be filled with these seed pods. So the tree is creating these seeds that are going out. The tree doesn't know where they're going to go, doesn't know if they're going to get planted, doesn't know if they're going to sprout another tree similar to itself, doesn't know what's going to happen to those seeds that it is creating and allowing the wind to come and lift off and take and put into the world. The same applies with creativity. If on a soul level you feel you are here to create, if you have things you are meant to express, when you do so from a place of love and compassion for yourself and for others, not apologizing, not justifying, not saying I'm creating this because, not trying to defend your creation, but allowing your heart to flow through, allowing yourself to create from that navel energy. And you put it out into the world like those seeds, knowing that your soul wants to create because it came here to create. And it's not about the what happens to the creation afterwards. Like you aren't in charge of what happens. Now you might get praise, you might get accolades, you might get more money, you might get more jobs, you might blow up on social media, right? All kinds of things are possible. But equally, it could be that you put it out and nothing happens. So at least right away, right? And I will say this is also the practice game for pile 2. It's about releasing the creative energy without expectation. So sometimes there are going to be flows that come in directly, sometimes indirectly, and sometimes it's going to make a ton of sense why you're creating what you're creating, and other times it might not. It's just about coming into harmony with your creative energies, how you want to create, and your purpose and intention behind and where the creation is coming from within you. So really beautiful energy. And also like I feel like we have a lot of really amazing creative people in the community here because this vibe comes up all the time. And so it is beautiful. This other card coming out here says, it's okay to put yourself first and take care of your own needs before those of others. And this is where I'm saying, like, we have to be, as individuals, as creators, as just beings here, compassionate first to ourselves so that we can be compassionate to everyone around us. It needs to start with us and be birthed from us, okay? It's like we can't provide the same level of compassion and understanding for others if we don't have it for ourselves first. So I'm getting this message of encouragement for you guys. Be compassionate and kind to yourself. Honor the way that you want to create, the way that you want to express yourself. Even if other people around you don't agree, it is important for you to sink in. And if you're doing what you're doing from a place of love and compassion, then know that that is going to be a beautiful place from which to create. And so we are even getting this very like, this is the Enchanted art, which is just, this one's so soft and subtle and delicate and gentle. So just be gentle with yourselves. It's okay that it's taken the time that it's taken. It's okay if you're still learning and growing and getting comfortable expressing yourself and getting comfortable being real with the world around you and being more visible and being more in, in the eye of others. And it is a really integral part of the future that you're here to create for yourself. So thank you so much for picking pile 2, for all your likes, shares, and subscribes, and for being amazing creators here on the channel. And if you are a creator and you have stuff that you want to share, please drop comments below with your stuff that you do. I'm always looking to connect with other artists and creators and makers as well. So please drop a message in there or email me directly. I'd love to see what you do, hear about what you do, and support that in any way that I can. So we're going to shift over to pile 3. And with pile 3, we're getting some crown chakra energy and the message of peace. So I feel for you guys, the recalibration that's happening is happening at your crown chakra. And we're getting the number 31, getting that beautiful lotus. So many of you, maybe much like myself, been a couple of really intense years here. And a lot of change, a lot of transformation, a lot of digging through the mud, walking through the fire so that we could get to this place of crown chakra recalibration, expansion, all of this energy connecting to source, to magic, to the beauty of the lotus. And I absolutely love this vibe. And it's really cool to have the lotus come through because it is this beautiful energy that gets birthed out of mud, essentially. These amazing, beautiful flowers birth out of what seemingly does not look very attractive to most people, right? And so it's also really cool because this feels very strongly Kuan Yin energy, mother goddess energy. I just got a lotus tattoo on one of my fingers in August, and I met another woman who also has one on her ring finger and felt called to do so after a very deep internal process herself as well. And so I feel like it is specifically the goddess Kuan Yin coming through to the collective right now. And I'm not saying go out, get a lotus tattoo, right? You need to do it if it feels right. And for me, it felt right. So it's like do what feels right in connecting with Kuan Yin, with the goddess energy, with the lotus, with your own crown chakra connection. So this also feels really important, like it's about your source connection. So you have been going through and are going through on some levels an upgrade with your connection to the universe, to the divine, to the source of all creation. So at this time, it's really about aligning yourself and your crown connection. So being aware of the cosmic consciousness flowing to you, being aware of the intuitive guidance and messages that you've been receiving, being aware of how the divine, the universe is presenting itself very much in your reality now. And noticing too, like if you've been dealing with headaches or things like that, or pain, pressure in the head, that can all be very indicative of crown chakra opening and recalibration. Because this one in particular, they all have a certain neurobiological, if we're going to talk science for a second, they all have a neurobiological component where there are new neural networks being created in your brain every time you go through major life changes, especially when you're conscious and you're choosing to heal and you're choosing to find the lessons, blessings, and teachings in the experiences. It's creating new networks, new potential for you to actually embody and be able to channel higher vibrational wisdom and messages. So this is really powerful. Now it does come with discomfort often, but equally it also comes to a space of giving you a lot more clarity in life itself in general. So really cool energy of integrating more of this. So I'm encouraging you, if you feel a connection with Kuan Yin specifically, awesome. If not, you can work with any other guide, especially in the goddess vibes right now, to help you integrate that energy fully. So ask if there's any, baths or any other rituals specific to you. Crystal baths, I'm hearing, also putting crystals or essential oils on the crown chakra, or like here or on the base of your skull, just to help sort of integrate. And I'm not getting specific ones. You guys just need to use your own intuition to find out which are going to be best. But it does make sense because I was specifically called to put more crystals here. And I'm seeing now that this is really coming into play with this vibe, like working with crystals, or perhaps going and picking out a new crystal that connects you with source energy that is good for balancing the crown chakra specifically. And really letting yourself dive into that space of working with the crystal allies to see how they can help keep you balanced. Because one of the things I've noticed, because I've had some big crown expansions in this last year specifically, I've been needing more grounding time as well. So it's like I need to make sure I'm being tethered to the earth while the crown is getting cracked open. So you might also really benefit from getting some crown balancing stones, but also some nice grounding stones, some tourmaline, some shungite, some of those in that sort of family, or anything else that you have a strong grounding connection with could be really helpful for you here. So, and then we're gonna sneak over here, and one of my favorites, this is the extra bonus one the artist sent me to. Absolutely love this one. Listen to your inner compass. And this is, I absolutely love this image, this ancient enchanted art image as well. Very reflective, very, we can even see with her hands, they're leaning in, but she got a little on the chin, right? Just sort of like, what am I doing? What am I feeling? What am I being called to explore at this time, right? And she's also like in this ring, but if you can tell, and it's like we don't have a whole lot of clarity in the distance in the future, but she's definitely looking out into the future. But she's doing so from this beautiful, like, contemplative, and the language like being very turned in. It's like she's bringing her attention and awareness inward. And so with this, and it's also, I feel beautiful that there's like these flower or leaves mostly, and a couple little flowers, leaves above her head. So it's like that grounding energy, but the grounding on the crown. So, maybe you want to rock some awesome like floral or leafy headbands, or, some of those earthy vibes. If that's your jam, go for it. Definitely feeling that call from there. And also feeling this energy of really communing in your heart with spirit, with source. And that is, yes, we're talking crown chakra, but communing inside with connecting to the crown chakra. So often I will encourage people to, open their heart first and then the crown, or the crown and then the heart, and just be in your heart when you're listening and when you're consciously connecting, because there's a lot of power in that sort of energy. And it does feel that this crown chakra connection is your upgrade for your inner compass as well. So perhaps you guys have felt, I'm hearing the word a little kitty wampus with your inner compass. Like maybe it's been like a little jumbly around and the guides are wanting to come in and help you recalibrate to get your true north set, and your true north being like your inner guidance and your connection with source that is your driving force right now. So, so beautiful. And I really am grateful for all of you, for all your like, shares, and subscribes, for the beautiful divine connection that's flowing through to you. And I am excited to connect again soon. So take care and have a fantastic rest of your week.